So now let's look at the bookkeeping. Now it was your attitude, your pricing, marketing, and the last thing I want to touch on is bookkeeping. Very often the bookkeeper only gets called, I would know because I am that bookkeeper, only gets called when you need money from the bank, you want to make a loan, or you want to expand your business. So now, when you start your business, I want to ask you, because let's assume you can't afford a bookkeeper, because most you can't, because you just want to make money. There's no extra money. What do you do then, right? I would advise you, there are bookkeeping courses you can do for free. I will say that, free of charge. You don't need to pay a dime. It's there. I use QuickBooks. QuickBooks offer free training for business owners, right? So now, if you think like, bookkeeping is not my thing, I don't even want to go there, I'm not going to do it, it's too much, I will deal with this when I make more money. Right, I can understand that. So I will ask you again, how then do you keep record of your money coming in and going out? Because if you just make money and spend money, it's like throwing your money down a bottomless pit and you will never see it coming back. So if you can't afford a bookkeeper, at least do this for your own sake. It's time consuming and it's boring as hell, believe me. With your first customer that you get, you write the name, the surname, you write their contact details, because remember, this is a customer, right? You write their contact details, and I'm talking about the service industry or when you are reselling stuff to suppliers. So you write client name, surname, name of the business, contact details, amount, and date. You can do that in Excel. And if you don't like computers, like a lot of people don't, get yourself a book and write it in there. The date, name, surname, business name, contact details, and how much you sold your product for. Make that the first thing you do. Why is that important? So when you get a bookkeeper, you already have a system in place, and it will also teach you to keep track of your money. That's important, because like I've said when we started, we were doing electrical services. I didn't keep any records. I just like, oh yes, I had a record of the clients, but when the money comes in, I will remember what I spent it on. It's okay. I don't need to write it down. Write it down. Do that. That's number one. Number two, right? Because now you have your account where all the money that you make, it goes into that account. Do yourself a favor. Open another personal account if you don't have one already. You open another bank account so that the money for your business only stays in that one account, and the money for your personal expenses goes into your personal account. Don't mingle your things, man. It's going to cause a headache and it's going to cost you money. So now, when your clients start coming in, already you have your system, because you have the habit of whenever you sell something to a client, you write it down. When the money comes into your bank account, you can see, on such a date, client A paid me so much, and you have that records and you keep it until you get a bookkeeper. So then what that says is that your money management is in place. You are making your money being conscious. You are running your business because your admin is in place, and admin is a schlep. Your business, your money management is in place, and that's a schlep. But if you start from day one, and if you haven't done it yet, and you might feel overwhelmed by it. Pay someone to do it. I mean, you can get a student or even your sister, your brother, or whoever who every month come and ask you money. Tell them, okay, fine, I'm paying you every month. I have to give you 1,000 rand. For that 1,000 rand, you can do the admin of my company. You don't have to struggle as a business owner. You don't have to suckle and want to do everything. You tell your little brother or your sister or the friend or the cousin, whoever, you say, look, I've been giving you 1,000 rand every month, and I say that I can't afford a bookkeeper. So now, this is what you're going to do. You are going to deal with my admin, because sometimes you don't want the family to see how much you are earning, or the friends how much you are making, right? But what you can do, tell them, these are my customers, write the dates, all the names, the surname, the business number, write that down for me so I can have a record. Someone earned 1,000. You just employed your first employee without even trying. So these are the ways that you must look at when you are running a business, especially in the beginning stages when you're not making money. You need to think creatively and out of the box. You need to think, how do I minimize the load on me but maximize the amount of clients I can get, maximize the effort of how do I market my company? How do I keep my systems in check? How do I see what money am I making and who's owing me? If you don't want to go the business, the bookkeeping route, then get someone to do it. You have cousins, you have brothers, and I know family can be a headache. It's like once they see, oh, you make 10,000 rand every month. Even if you don't want that, at least don't let them see the amounts, but let them know the customers. Let someone make a note of that for you. But if you want to use the software, there's many free software out there. One of them, I think it's Wave Accounting, that you can go and look. Just Google free accounting software. And it will be overwhelming, but at least you will have a place where you have your records safe in the cloud on the go. And at the end of the day, it's record keeping that will distinguish your company from everything else. So can you see now, to run a business, it's not about looking good. There's nothing fancy. It's schlep and hard work before you see the rewards. And there will be days that you feel like, why the hell am I doing this? There will be days where you feel that everything is for nothing, and it's useless, and it's lonely, and you're not making any money. There will be days that you feel that you are wasting your time, that no one will ever appreciate what you are doing. But if your heart is in it, you just need to take a step back and see what you need to tweak. Because sometimes you just have to change one thing for other things to fall into place. And that's it. It's not rocket science. It's not complicated. But it's also not easy. But you must get to a point where you are being rewarded handsomely for the work that you put in, for the skills that you bring, for the knowledge that you share, the service you provide, the product you sell. That time must come. But that time will depend on you, who is the business owner. And like I said right in the beginning, none of this happens automatically or overnight. None of it. There will be a stage that you will look like the fool because you are working and you're not making money, and everyone else are flying. Things are well, they are buying stuff, and you are working and working without seeing any rewards. But if you keep on doing it right and you start prioritizing the right things and you start focusing on what you want to see in your business, and you get your pricing right of what you think you are worth, not someone else. If someone says to you, oh, you're too expensive, you are fine, because that is what you think you are worth, not what that person thinks you are worth. If they don't want to pay, there will always be someone else who is willing to pay what you ask. But make sure that you provide a quality service. Make sure that you provide a quality product. And If someone is unhappy, be open to talk about it. But just make sure that you are not always the one who's unhappy because your pricing is wrong and you're doing too much for too little. So the ball is in your court. I hope that after watching this video, you will have some idea of what it takes to run a business, that you will understand the work it entails, but also the rewards that you get. And also be realistic. Understand that you're not going to get to be a millionaire overnight, but that you have to be consistent. You have to be visible, and you have to keep on improving on what you are doing. And I can tell you with confidence that in time, all of that, it will pay off. Surround yourself with the right people who understand your dream and your vision, who understand where you want to go and what you want to be. And more importantly, being a business owner, it's a very lonely road because you have to work while others are partying. You have to work while others are sleeping. Until you get to a stage where you can pay people to do those things, it will be lonely, it will be rocky, it will be tough. And you have to remind yourself constantly why you are doing this. Not for the wrong, not I'm doing this because I don't want to work for someone. No. I'm doing this because I offer something of value. I make your life easier. I know how to market your business. I know how to make you visible. I know how to do your books. I can put systems and structures in place in your company. And that's why I'm doing this. I want to see you make a profit. That's why I'm a bookkeeper. That's why I'm offering the services. Right? You must think of the positive. That is what you are doing. You are bringing about positive change to people's lives through the services you offer and the products that you sell. When you sell beauty products, you are selling happiness in a jar. You are selling good looks in a jar. You're not the product, it's what it presents. And that is what you are focusing on. And remember, you took the step. You had the courage, the guts, the grit to start this thing. You were bold enough to turn the dream into a reality. And that says a lot about you. It says that you have courage. It says that you are brave. It says that you think out of the box and you're not part of the crowd, because you had the courage to stand by your own and to do this thing that is burning in your heart. Remember that when you feel disheartened. Why are you doing this? You're doing it for yourself, for your family, for the dream, for the lifestyle that you desire. And that's why you are doing it. I thank you for watching this video. I hope you could take something out of it. And please watch out for the next live that will happen tomorrow. It happens when it happens. But thank you so much to every single person who were watching. I thank you. Have a wonderful day. And also, if you have any questions and if you need advice about bookkeeping and marketing, please leave a message in the comments below. You're more than welcome to get in touch with me. Thank you once again.